And when I was in the prayer room, we have a prayer room, umupo ako, tapos the Lord just spoke to my heart so clearly. And He said, today is a new day. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, today is a new day. The past is past. You know, the most difficult thing to do is to decide which bridge to cross or which bridge to burn. Again, Filipinos it's difficult for us to do that. You know, that it's time for us to, it's time for me to cross. Because sometimes we feel that we cannot make the decision. As a matter of fact, lately, I've been doing decisions that are really enormous in scale. And I believe that because of that, God will just honor. You know, sabi ko sa asawa ko, if this is not God, loko-loko ako. But you see, we need to understand that when God speaks, we need to obey. If it's a yes, let it be a yes. The moment you say, I do, to Marian, it's I do. Right? It's not I don't, Pastor Aaron. Parang, ano ba to? Coincidence? Let your yes be yes and your no be no. But sometimes as Filipinos, it's hard for us to do that. Do you agree? Amen! Are you blessed? Amen! After the service, hindi ko naman naintindihan sinabi ni Pastor. Ano ba yun? Many Filipinos are liars. Great liars. I'm going to prove to you. As Christians, we're going to face each, ay, tita! How are you, tita? Beso, beso. And yet, there are grudges deep inside. What do you call that? Christianity? No, I call that plain, simple hypocrisy. Do you understand? But it happens in churches. It happens. It can happen here if we're not going to be careful. Now, understand that transparency is very important. When you say it's yes, it must be yes. When you say, yes, God, I will follow you, I will obey you, let it be a yes. Not maybe. Okay, it's yes, no, maybe. Doubters will say, maybe. For example, Mark will invite a Filipino, let's have a dinner tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And the Filipino will say, yes, I'll be there, 7 p.m. What time will the Filipino actually go? Even in UK, I experienced that. Filipinos are late. Really amazing. They're already in UK, late pa rin sila. Sabi ko, grabe, ang kakapal ng mukha nyo. Hanggang dito, late kayo. Sa Pilipinas, okay lang. Hanggang UK, di na lang nyo kakapalan ng mukha nyo. Di ba? You know why? If Mark will say 7, he will actually do away with some things that he needs to do in order to be there 7. Now, if you're going to come 8, you have wasted 1 hour of his life. For you, it may be nothing. But for him, it's very costly. Do you understand? Nabi British accent na ako. Now, understand, therefore, if it's a yes, let it be a yes. If it's a no, let it be a no. Now, you may be seated, 2 gentlemen. Luke 7, 18 to 23. I would like you to look at that part of the Bible, Luke 7, 18 to 23. It's about John the Baptist. The disciples of John reported to him about all these things. Summoning 2 of his disciples, John sent them to the Lord, saying, are you the expected one, or do we look for someone else? When the men came to him, they said, John the Baptist has sent us to you to ask, are you the expected one, or do we look for someone else? At that very time, he cured many people of diseases and afflictions and evil spirits, and he gave sight to many who were blind. And he answered and said to them, go and report to John what you have seen and heard. The blind receive sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, the poor have the gospel preached to them. Blessed is he who does not take offense at me. Now, understand that even John the Baptist had that doubt. He said, are we waiting for someone else? Now, he sent his disciples, sabi niya, tanong mo nga doon kay Jesus, siya na ba talaga yung anointed one? Now, our office in Unleash is in the 31st floor of Jollibee Plaza. Opposite our office is the office of the most popular pastor in Davao. Okay? You know the name. Okay? And I was talking to one of his employees. And I said, what is the doctrine of your church? He said, we believe that Jesus is the anointed God. Anointed Son of God. I believe also. And this person is the appointed Son of God. Appointed Son of God. Now, if you do not know for certain who Jesus is in your life, you will accept other people to be the idols of your life. Okay? It must be God and God alone. God must be number one. Okay? So, even John actually doubted. And you see, Karl Barth said, doubt does not mean denial or negation. It only means staggering between yes, and no. Tayo ulit. Anong ibig sabihin ng staggering? You do not know where to turn. Okay, but you do not need to be long on staggering. You need to make a decision once and for all. What did Joshua said? As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That was a statement. Let your life be not an apology. Let your life be a statement. What is your statement? In the court, you cannot change your statement. Pag sinabing, siya po yung rapist, hindi pwedeng tomorrow. Parang kamukha po niya. Kasi kamukha po ni Sam Milby yung ng rapist eh. So, kamukha siya ni Sam Milby. Parang siya po. Hindi pwede. You need to be certain. Like, in a court, they will ask you, who killed the person? Point that person. And you need to actually identify the person. So, doubt means staggering between yes and no. Now, are we going to win souls or not? Yes or no? Marami nandito. Yes or no? If the mandate of God is to win souls, make disciples, what are you going to do? Not do anything, Pastor. We're feeding you here for a reason. For you to win souls and make disciples. Do not waste our time. Because the time of God is so precious. You know, we're not here just to feel blessed. We need to win souls. Tell the person next to you, win souls. Make disciples. Now, kahit na 40 taon na tayo dito, hindi tayo makakaalis sa Acacia kung hindi kayo nag-win souls and make disciples. But if right after this message, we will go out and get our 3, next Sunday, we will not fit here anymore. Why? The reason is we're staggering. Yes or no? Karl Barth was actually saying, it's not about denial. Now, how many of you believe that we need to win souls and make disciples? Sige po. Why is it not happening? Because our yes is not a yes. Okay? We're staggering. Andito lang tayo.